Hey everybody, it's Andy from the SurfGuard Help Desk here with another guide to features within SurfGuard. And in this tutorial we're going to be covering the gear and equipment section of SurfGuard. Now this is an important area of the database, particularly at this time of year, which is September, because all the gear inspections are coming up. However, it's not just at this time of year that it's used. Anytime the club purchases new equipment and needs to record that information, it has to happen in this gear and equipment section. So I'm just in the playpen version of SurfGuard, so I can make changes without having any impact on the actual system. And we're going to hop straight in here to the Manage Gear and Equipment. So all you gear stewards, this is where you'll be spending most of your time in SurfGuard. Now you can see we have a list of types of equipment here. The standard things like ATV or the Rhino for the beach. We've got the actual ducks, the IRBs and their motors. And we've also got things like the rescue tubes and the boards. These are the most important things, but you can use the gear and equipment section as a full sort of club inventory system if you want. An asset list if you like, so you can keep track of all this stuff in a centralized place. Now, obviously at this time of year, which as I say is early September when I'm recording this tutorial, the gear inspections are coming around. And in order to get the club equipment okayed by the gear inspection team from your local branch or state, they'll need to check off all the equipment. And so when you log into this section of SurfGuard, it's these checklists that you'll be needing to print out to present to the person that's checking your club equipment. Now you can do these individually by clicking the button here, so you can see the beach vehicle ATV and you can print that checklist out, or if you want to, you can simply print all the checklists. And what this does is produces a PDF which you can print out on any printer. To save a little bit of time, I've already clicked on a couple of these and I can just show you what they look like. Here's one for the Rhino. As you can see, there's not much information being stored in here, but things like the make, the model, and the date of purchase in particular should be stored. And you can see there's an inspection checklist here as well, just to make sure that this is compliant. I've also printed out one for an IRB motor. Again, we have some compulsory information here listed under Essential SurfGuard Info for the serial number, the make, the model, the prop guard model and serial number. And then there's the actual checklist, and you can see it's split this up into columns for the 3 motors I have. Obviously if your club has more, then there'll be further pages of these. And the gear inspection team will come down and check all these things off, sign and date it, and award you the appropriate stickers to attach to the equipment to say that they're happy with everything the way it is. Now let's say you need to update some information in here. It's very simple. All you do is click on the Manage button here, and at the top of the screen here you can see the control buttons. Now if I wanted to edit this particular one, this particular club, Shorehaven Heads, only has the one ATV, so I can just edit this and the screen updates, and we can enter all the information that we know about it in here, the make, the model and the date of purchase of the piece of equipment. So I'll just put some dummy information here, and you can see you can go into quite a lot of very specific information here. And it's incredibly useful, things like the service due, so you don't have to try and keep track of this stuff through lots of paperwork. Let SurfGuard store all this information. I'll just cancel out of there. And so let's say the club has purchased a new Rhino. What you can do is create a new with copy. What this does is duplicate this record to save you entering lots of information all over again. If it's the same make and model, it will follow it down the page and saves you entering laboriously all sorts of stuff. And if you've disposed of it, Then obviously you can delete it from the system as well. And this management of gear and equipment holds true for all the items within the club inventory. Now, one other important area of this particular section of Surfguard, particularly at the start of the season, is this patrol equipment checklist. And this is a simple document which you can print out and have on hand when you're making sure that the club's fully compliant. And you can see the checklist here. So we've got things like the patrol area flags, and feathers, the swimming prohibited signs, etc., going right down to things like the IRB safety signs and things like the spinal board. This has to be printed out and presented to the gear inspection team on the day, and as you can see, they will mark off all these items with the P, F, R or D listings in this column here on the checklist. And that's about it for the gear and inspection section. Please try and use this to manage all your club assets. You'll find it incredibly useful.